is that your...
These are not mine.
This is Asha, open please. Isha, open please.
So the stream is about this candy that I just got. This is called Gummy Drinks 4D. This is a non-American candy. I'm gonna try it. I asked him and he said it was candy, drinks that are candy. It's shaped like candy, but isn't really drinks. They had them in the refrigerator though. This is not a drink. I asked him. They had it in the refrigerator, and I said, "What is these?" He said, "It's a drink." I said, "So you can drink it? It has juice." He said, "Yes." It's just a gummy. They're good though.
Asha, what's that?
A gummy.
Asha,
It tastes like drinks.
Asha,
I'm alright.
Asha, what's that?
A pineapple. I mean a lemon.
Asha,
Thank you.
Asha, Isha,
They good. They
Esha.
cool. It is like a cool scent, but it's definitely not juice. I thought it was juice. That's why I got them. Thank you. So next we are going to try banana split. I don't know if this is a 9-liter or something. And I got me some brownies, but I'm not gonna eat them until we get home because I want some milk with that. Let me take off my coat. Okay, so I'm about to taste the banana split. What? Definitely give a banana flavor. Where have you been, Jesse? I've been live. You're the second person that said that. That was good. Sure got two. Why is you playing with the candy? Oh, where you work at? No, I think we already talked about where you work. You did say you work. I forgot. Like a factory job. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's cooling. I feel good in this shirt. I'm comfortable. I had to make sure I was comfortable because ain't no telling how long I was gonna be at this laundromat. I want to go next door and play them games. They got like quarter games. I remember playing it before though. Yeah. I remember playing the quarter games. Like you gotta build up enough quarters, and then once they all built, it falls down into like the little hole, and you get all of them quarters. I remember playing that game. I never got the quarters. But yeah, they used to have them in the laundromats. You can play them games in the laundromats.
What's that?
Outlet. Then I got some regular butterscotch buttons. I was like 2 for $2. It should be 2 for $1. I ain't paying 2 for $2. I get one. I don't even know how much I paid for it. I think all of this was $11. Butterscotch candies. It's carnival in my country from tomorrow to Monday. Oh, that's dope. I'm pretty sure it's warm out there too.
What's that? Watermelon.
What's a watermelon? I bet. Where's my pouch? Oh, I was about to panic because I did not know where my pouch was. Give me that. Are you a fan? Yeah, I finished it. I finished it and I'm very proud of it. I can't find my laundry card. Oh, here we go. I don't even have a big purse and I just feel like I'm just out of order. Like, what the heck? Okay, I'm gonna try this brownie. I want to save it for. I got 2 of them, so I can save the other one for when I get some milk. But it's so soft, like this brownie. Tastes like chocolate bread. It tastes like chocolate bread. Man, what? Definitely go good with some milk. I'm gonna warm it up. I'm warm the other one up.
Oh, warm up. Usher. Is that egg?
What's that? Oh, that's an M&M.
Usher. What's it?
I ain't buy you candy for you to play with it. I made you hungry. No. It was actually good. If you're thirsty, I suggest you get. Oh, just stuff them all. You get some candy drinks. You gummy drinks. They cool. You put them in the refrigerator. Very cooling. Is that good? Did you get my number in your email? I don't know what's going on with my email, but they talking about my emails. I have to clear out my emails, but I have been getting your recent what is it? Your recent pictures and stuff. What they called? The attachments. I've been getting the attachments. You sent your number a while back, and they got drowned out in my email. Like I said, I have been really, really busy. That's why when you send those attachments, I do try to I do go to the attachment and I see what you sent me, but responding and replying I just be having a lot going on. If I didn't have as much going on, I definitely would respond and reply, but I bought me my candy and he over here playing with the candy. He took them from me and it was good too. It's hot in here.
It's hot. I want colder.
my camera. Okay, so I have to... Is these yours? These was on the floor. This is my bag. Put them back in your little bag. I really don't got too much in here though. You need this bag? Here. Pick that stuff up, because I'm not picking it up. You get on my nerves. Oops, I'm putting this in the wrong tag. I wonder how much that was. I didn't even say it. I'm very upset with this. I thought this was juice. Because it say gummy drinks. And I'm like, okay, cool. I already know. They gummies that's shaped like drinks. But then I need some confirmation. So I went up to the guy and he said, it's juice. It's actually juice. I'm like, oh, really? So that's what made me buy it. If I would have knew they was just gummies, I wouldn't have bought them. You know? I'm pissed about that because I didn't have to get them. And it probably was a lot. I'm gonna put my stuff over here because I get my clothes off the dryer. What? You about to feed the birds? Okay. He think he's slick. He think he's slick. I'm tired. Excuse me. You dropping them? Go outside and eat them. Stop spilling them on the floor. freaking cold. I mean, it's freaking hot in here and cold out here. Like, where I want to be at, for real. Where I want to be. He gonna get a whooping. He gonna get himself a whooping. That's what we working on. Is they salty? If they salty, the bird's not gonna eat them. I hear you. I got it. I get it. I get it. I got it. I get. I mean, get it. Got it. Good.
Get it. Asha, what's it? Asha.
You feeding the birds.
Asha, where's the birds?
Coming up down the street. I ain't waiting.
Esha.
Yeah, cause he care. He care about nature, like I do. I'm thirsty.
Asha,
I
what's
know I
that?
should have got that milk.
Asha, what's that?
I know I should have got something to drink, because when you trust people, you trust what they say, but at the end of the day, it's all about money. In my country, I have nice birds. In your country, I had a question. Are y'all considered? Do y'all actually care? Because the people that's here in America, I don't know. What's your race? Are you white, black, foreign, because there's a lot of foreigners here. I say foreigners because I don't know. Maybe they're Arabs or something, but they freaking don't care. Like, if I own, okay, you black. Okay, so if I own a business and somebody asks me a question about, anything in my business, anything in my store, I'm gonna be honest regardless if it's money or not. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, oh yeah, this candy is drinkable, and it's not drinkable. Why is it in the refrigerator? Maybe you was confused about the candy yourself. It does have a cooling sensation, but maybe it's just because it's in the refrigerator. But just it's gummy shaped like drinks. But if they wasn't drinkable, I wouldn't drink them. But it's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of foreigners here, Arabic people and stuff around here, and they talking about they only care about money. You go into their store and they selling you something, but at the end of the day, they keep ripping you off over and over and over and over again. If it don't work, they're gonna sell it to you regardless. If it's not what it say it is, they're gonna sell it to you regardless. These foreigners do not care. They don't care, and I don't understand that. It's like there's no caring bone in their body when it comes to money. But does that make you? But that's what I don't understand. I don't understand that. They be like, oh, money is the root of all evil. But no, it's the person behind the money. That's what I feel like it is. It's the person, it's the people that's behind the money. Is this money making you really soulless or unconscious? It's making you not care one bit. Like, I don't understand that. Because like I said, if I had a business, you gonna get it. It's gonna be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful about everything that I sell, regardless if I'm a profit off of it or not, you know. But at the end of the day, it's just like they don't care about what they sell, but at the same time, they don't care about the customers as well. So they don't care about the customers, and they don't care about what they sell. They just care about their profiting behind everything that they're selling. That's why it's ridiculous at the end of the day. That is so ridiculous. I don't understand that. It's making you heartless when you go into these stores. It's just like, I want to get this, but at the end of the day, it's also a lesson learning experience, because it just makes you not want to buy the stuff. It just makes you not want to buy this stuff. And its trust issues is at an all-time high. Don't nobody trust nobody, regardless of your race or anything. They don't trust you at all. They don't trust their own people, and they don't trust nobody else. Why? Because of this right here. You know, your actions prove a lot about your character. And if you're a liar, you're a freaking liar. You know? Yes, like, I just don't understand that. Let me have my own business. Because I'm going to be straightforward. I'm going to be truthful. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest completely. Because that's one thing. If you do care, you don't care about you don't care about, you know, okay, so having a business, it's like, I don't care about what I'm selling, but at the same time, I care enough about your experience and your situation. So therefore, I'm going to be honest, because I know how it feels to walk out of here and be disappointed by what you bought. And that's another thing. You don't want that person coming back into your store and be like, oh yeah, you ripped me off. You told me this is something that is actually not. You ripped me off, and then you want that person to come back to you in your ear. But at the same time, even when that happens, they take it as, you know, they like drama too. So it's just like, you come in there and you talking your talk, they gonna call the police on you regardless. So you want to talk your talk, you want to get smart, I'm gonna call the police on you. You know, but you ripped me off at the end of the day. You know, but don't none of that matter. So it's just like, so like I said, if I had my own business, I'm gonna be honest, because I don't care about none of this stuff. You know, I make my money doing what I'm doing. I'm going to make my money regardless, because I own the business. I'm going to make my money regardless, because I'm getting a check at the end of the day. So whatever you buying, it really ain't going to profit me none. But that's what I'm saying. These foreigners and stuff, it's going to profit them. If you buy or you don't buy, they're still going to make money. But since you're making all that money and stuff, why do you keep lying and deceiving? You know, you're going to make money regardless. So, you know, it don't make sense to me. Like I said, I don't care about what I'm selling. And I am making income. But like I said, since I'm making income regardless, I'm going to tell you the truth. If it's broke, it's broke. I'm not going to even put it up on the shelves. I'm going to care enough about my business to test the products and see if they work. And then, you know, I'm going to sell it. But it's all because of our experience, because we've been through it. You need a person in the business as a cashier or whatever employee. You need them employees that know what it's like, and at the end of the day, everybody know what it's like. So it's just like, when you go into a business, you question them, like, you know you just did me wrong, but you already know this because you've been there and you've done that, and you experienced the same people that I'm experiencing. So, you know, we all know what it is at the end of the day. So why the fuck do you want to do me wrong? Or it's all about money, this, that, and the third, you know, but you know how it feels. You know how it feels at the end of the day. So why do you keep doing it? You know how it feels not to have money, because that's why you selling this scandalous items, because you need that money. So it's just like, if I go into a store and I buy something, you know how it is. You know, if I go into a store and I'm buying something, if you rip me off, just think, how would you feel to be ripped off in that same way? In that same way, you a business owner, okay, But what if somebody promised you a payment and sold your business, and then they ripped you off and they gave half of what they said they was going to give you? They gave you 1% of what they said they was going to give you, and they didn't give you nothing. And they said they was going to give you something, and here you is, your business is closed. You ain't got nothing because they got over you. They scammed you out your business. How would you feel? How would you feel? That's what I'm saying. But they don't care about none of that. None of that matters. And at the end of the day, y'all know what it is. That's all that it is. And that's all that matters, is the fact that you know what you're doing. Keep ripping people off like we just got it like that. The truth will come to light. And it always does. And you're going to get what you deserve. My clothes still ain't dry, but I'm going to do it one more time and then I'm going to get up out of here. But yeah, my phone about to die because they don't know love in their hearts for people. They just all about the money. Exactly. But that's just, like I said, y'all know what it is. Y'all got the experience and everything. Y'all got the experience. Y'all know how it feels. I don't care about none of that money stuff by the end of the day. At the end of the day, like I said, I don't care about nothing about money. Blah, blah, blah. Money. At the end of the day, you're human and you have feelings. If I'm human and I got feelings, I don't expect you to be no different. So you know how it feels. Ain't no excuse. None whatsoever. I think I'm using up all this little change on this card because I'm having the same problems everywhere. No, none of these dryers work. And this is a cheap price, but I expect more from these dryers because they seem like they're more quality. Their quality is high, but obviously it's not. Having the same issues I was having at my apartment. But the only difference is I can get more clothes at least damp enough for me to sit out and dry. You know, I wouldn't get none of my clothes in those little dryers. So, the big ones? How much is it?
34 cents for 5 minutes.
I probably used all the money on my card though. I think I used all my money, so yeah. Thank you though. It's cool because, alright, so I'm about to get out of here because I am on 4%, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I will talk to y'all whenever I talk to y'all. Or should I stay on? I don't know. I might stay on till my phone go dead. I might. I don't see why not. I got my charger. That's why I love you, honey. You are a loving person. Thank you. Even when I don't try to be, I feel like it's all based on your experience. How you feel is based on your experience. Everything that you've been through is based on your experience. So if I'm very considerate or I'm very loving or I'm very caring, it's because I've been through the experience that made me feel the way I do, you know. So it's all about your experience at the end of the day. I've been through a lot, you know, especially with people and situations I've been taken advantage of for a long time. And it's just like, now that I'm more aware of my situations, it's like I can't understand why y'all keep doing it. And y'all just don't, you know, y'all act like it's and that's why I love Michael Jackson's song. He was like, when they ask, tell them it's nature. You know, and that's what I don't understand. And that's what makes it so sad and disappointing, because it's just like, I can't accept that, you know. He explained it the best. he explained it the best. But what's different from us and everybody else, it's like we supposed to be that represent, we're supposed to represent, we're supposed to represent this world, we're supposed to represent the nature. Once upon a time, I was at this point where I was just like, I see this flower, I see this tree, and I see nature, I see these animals, they can't speak but I can speak, so why can't we just speak our heart? Because nature is the heart, so we have to speak and we have to do better, and we have to be that voice that nature doesn't have. Nature has energy, but we have a voice for a reason. Why do we have a voice? Everybody else got, nature, plants don't talk, animals don't talk. Why do we have a voice? And that's all it comes down to. We are just that, we're the projection of nature. That tree is projecting onto us, that plant is projecting onto us, that animal is projecting onto us, for a reason. We all embrace, we all express ourselves, and it's just like, it just doesn't change. People don't change, they don't care. But if I can care, why can't you? That's why I love Michael Jackson with a passion, because his music speaks the truth. His life speaks the truth. He does. But why ain't other people like that? It's like they want to see you hurt. That's the whole. That's their purpose, is to see you hurt. They thrive on breaking your heart. They thrive on making you, just breaking you. You broke. What's the term? Like, when you ain't got no money, you broke. That's the overall purpose, the overall goal. They want to see you broke. They want to see you struggle. Do they really? Do they really? That's the question. And if so, why? What's your intention? What are you getting out of it? It got to be more than amusement and entertainment. Because they are evil. Exactly. It is what it is at this point. I'm done trying to understand people. I am, but it's just like, it just frustrates me when you can do better, but you don't. You can be transparent, but you won't. You can be nice. You can have a heart. You got that experience of what it's like, but you still, regardless of what you're going through, instead of putting a light, instead of giving a person a lamp in the dark, they throw a dart. But I'm about to get these clothes out the dryer, and I actually got to order my lift, so I can't stay on my phone till I die. I just thought about that. So yeah, I'm only on 3%. I still gotta call my lift, and I will talk to y'all next time. It was nice talking to you, Jesse. I always appreciate when you come to my live, because you give me something to talk about and think about. So yeah, all right, bye. I'll talk to you later.